From Simon & Schuster Audio. Mama Flora's Family by Alex Haley and David Stevens. Read by Debbi Morgan.
The sun was setting and young Willie was not yet home. Flora, his mama, glanced out the window again and felt an old, familiar knot in her stomach when she could not see him. She opened the door and called out through the fly screen. "Willie!" She counted to 10. The sun disappeared below the horizon. She could not keep the fear that disguised itself as anger from her voice. "You hear me calling you, boy? Willie!" Still there was no sign of him, and the coming of darkness scared her. Daylight was no friend to her, or to any black she knew, but night was a frightening place. Bad things happened at night. Her grandparents, who had been slaves, called night the devil's time, and told her of the many slaves and later free blacks who had simply disappeared at night, never to be seen again. In many ways, her grandparents thought freedom was worse than slavery, because at least as slaves they had been of value to their masses, if only as livestock. When freedom came, it brought with it the dark riders of the night, who swept down on blacks for slights real or imagined, and carried them away to burn or hang or drown. Flora's earliest nightmares were of the silent screams of thousands upon thousands of vanished dead crying out from the mighty Mississippi, which had been their watery, unwanted grave. The Delta lullaby, her grandma called it, and it gave Flora a focus for her fear, and it was white. Raised on this fear, and in the belief that she was safe only among her own kind, she had no armor against Lincoln, who was her own kind, and who had come to her at night. Lincoln had charmed her into giving away her most precious possession, and when the child was born, he had stolen him from her and banished her from home. The train that took her away from Mississippi left at night. Flora had waited at the depot at midnight.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?